If you feel like you've been bumping your way over a few more of these recently, you're probably not wrong. In Boston, for example, they are in the process of putting 2,000 new ones in. But why so many? And what's the point?
Sometimes I feel like they come out of nowhere. I think that it's helpful as a driver when on the side there's a yellow sign that says speed hump ahead.
I have no complaint about the speed bumps.
What's the criteria and what's the necessary reason behind putting them in?
For that, we turn to some true experts on traffic calming measures, 2 who work in the field, and 1 who studies it.
Transportation safety is an important public policy issue that communities all across America struggle with.
Overall, it's a very good thing. Absolutely, it helps save lives, right? 2 things happen. One is to reduce the probability of an accident because the driver can be attentive, they watch things, they can look at the surrounding. The second one is if an accident does happen, the lower speed actually reduce the severity.
Why in those specific locations? I'm sure there is some that do need it, but then there is some that obviously we don't like and we don't enjoy.
What places need them?
We really prioritize locations near schools, parks, other civic spaces where we have more of our larger affordable housing complexes as well as our faith institutions. And then we look really closely at the speeds we're seeing on our streets. Where do we see higher amounts of speeds and higher volumes?
We'll use cameras and lasers to count the number of vehicles, but critically, we will measure the frequency of speeding behavior.
So let's get some terms straight. A speed hump with an H is the most common on neighborhood streets. Wide but not too wide, high but not too high. They're designed to be taken from about 10 to 20 miles an hour. Now a speed bump with a B is the most aggressive. Narrow and high, they're designed to slow cars all the way down to about 5 miles an hour. They're usually found in places like shopping centers and campuses. Then there are speed tables. They're like miniature plateaus, wider than humps and flat across the top. They're used on larger residential streets and designed to be taken from around 20 to 30 miles an hour.
First of all, I didn't know they're called speed humps, but now that I know, my favorite one is the one that I flew over.
And it seems to me, like at least what we heard, is some people are like, no, it's great, they kind of understand why they're there. Others find them very annoying. They're like, why are there so many? Why do they have so many in a row?
That's the point. That's exactly for you to feel discomfort so that you slow down.
What do you do if you put too many in? Can you really just take them out?
You don't want to put a speed bump everywhere. For example, if this is a major bus corridor, you don't want to put around the emergency evacuation routes.
How about affordability?
The cost of doing that work, it's asphalt that is shaped. It takes approximately 2 days. And again, you can deploy contractors rather fast and doesn't require massive detours to do that construction work. So give or take, they cost about, I think, $5,000. For the safety benefit, feels like a huge value.
And speed humps are just one of a number of traffic calming measures that municipalities use to make streets safe for all.
You need a system approach. If you want to solve a neighborhood-wide problem, then you should a neighborhood-wide solution.
They're like a local roller coaster ride. You just go flying in the air.
They're only in the city. You go out to the suburbs, no speed bumps.
Somebody in a big SUV, can they take it faster than somebody in a little car? Are the outcomes equal across the board?
This is going to be one of those hard questions where we have to say it depends. Vehicle clearance does influence the likelihood of bottoming out. However, vehicle clearance does not mitigate the up and down movement. And so I believe that an operator of an SUV or a larger truck can still have their behavior changed, even if they're at less risk of actually bottoming out and scraping their chassis.
The simple technology actually works on all variety of vehicles, even though the degree are different on that.
Yeah.
Right? So therefore, in a way, you do not need to design the bump for a variety of vehicle, which is impossibility because it's the same code, all sort of vehicle coming in, right?
Do these kinds of traffic calming measures, specifically speed humps and stuff like this, make it harder for snowplows, or is it just as easy for them to plow the streets?
Our planners and our engineers communicate with first responders and operations professionals all year round. They will actually do test drives with 40 or 50 people operating small pickup truck plows all the way to the biggest dump truck plows, that they're able to raise that plow blade if they're encountering one of our larger traffic calming features.
As I drive around from municipality to municipality around here, it strikes me that the speed bumps, speed humps, speed tables, I see a lot of variety in terms of what they look like. Right. Sometimes there's a sign that tells me, hey, there's a speed bump here. Is that sort of a missed opportunity here?
It's not necessarily bad to have variety there, right? You want to see different cities, they have some basic criteria on this, right? but allow each neighborhood to have its own color, has its own style.
One of the things we heard people talking about is sometimes it feels like those speed humps will sneak up on you. And then you could argue something designed for safety can now become dangerous, right?
That's a fair point, right? For that, I think having certain standard so that different cities can learn from each other, borrow these best practices, I think that's a good idea.
For the most part, I've liked it and supported it. There are sometimes a couple where it's like just the angle of how they're designed is a little too steep. And so like even if you are going slow, you might still scrape your car.
Overall, I think they do their job. Cities should be walkable, cities should be bikeable, there should be other modes of transportation other than just cars.
So no matter how you feel about them, the fact of the matter is, and experts almost universally agree on this, speed humps do the job.
We have observed between a 10 and 30% decrease in dangerous speeding behavior after our projects on a street that carries 10,000 cars a day. So do that math, 1,000 to 3,000 chances that you or your loved one is trying to cross the street on foot, is trying to drive out of a side street and at risk of getting T-boned. We are moving the needle.
So drivers, next time you're slowing to a crawl or being bounced around as you navigate a speed hump, don't get annoyed, feel calm instead.
I guess I think of them as a metaphor.
Oh, go on.
You know, we just need to slow down. Think of the speed bumps as a life force.
We need speed bumps in our souls.
That's it, yeah, the speed bump of your soul.
We're gonna change the world.
The same thing we do every day, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Well, not take over, just make it a better place.
Do you have a favorite speed hump? A least favorite one? Let us know in the comments below. Also, you can stay informed and connected with the GBH Daily newsletter, delivering trusted news, local insights, and ways to connect. Link to subscribe is in the description below. Until next time, I'm Edgar B. Herwick III. Stay curious out there.